Hey guys, we killed this bull last night, right before dark, and we packed out hind quarter and the back straps. Last night we came back up this morning to pack out the hinds, a couple fronts. Today I'm going to show you how to debone the hind quarter of an elk. The first thing you need to do before you bone a hind quarter and before you even go hunting is study anatomy and look at the bone in a hind quarter if you haven't done so before, or look at a skeleton of an animal, a deer or antelope or elk. It's all the same, just on a bigger scale for elk, and figure out where the bone lies. So basically, you have the hind quarter, you have your round steaks, your chuck roast up here, and it's separated by membranes and sinew. And all you're doing is separating these muscle groups and essentially pulling, cutting the bone out of the meat. You're not cutting the meat off the bone, you're pulling the bone out of the meat, cutting the bone out of the meat. So the first thing I like to do is you lay the quarter on its back side so you have the ball joint exposed. And your bone, you can see your bone, it's the femur, but you have your femur goes down to the knee, there's a bunch of ligaments and bone right here, and then down into the foreleg right here. You can see the bone actually right here. So the first thing you do is cut down and cut right along that bone on either side. So you're just cutting down along the one side of the bone to your knee, and you're just gonna kind of follow that bone around, and you're gonna get out this roast here. And you're just exposing the muscle group on that side and getting down and exposing the femur on this side. Now there's a ball right here or underneath, like kind of your hip joint, that you have to cut around, and it's just a matter of time. You just use your knife to follow the bone around, get that underneath. There you go. It's like a hip. Come back under here, cut the underside of the femur right along the bone. Get nice and close so you're not wasting anything. Cut down on this end. It's kind of a bulbous end coming out on that side. It just takes time. So you can kind of feel that femur starting to lift out of there. And as I'm pulling up on the femur, I can feel it and hear it separating. We're getting pretty good shape here. So we're kind of down to the knee. So you're gonna continue your cut down the inside of that leg, and you're just gonna kind of wiggle your knife and keep it pressed up against the bone as best as you can. Get down to the hock here. And then cut off right below the hock. Finish your cuts on the inside of that joint. And it's kind of awkward in there, weird angles. You're gonna cut that all the way through. So then now you can see this leg bone. This is all bone right here, and the meat goes up to the edge here and the backside here, and it's kind of thin on the underside. So as I'm going, I'm cutting along the bone on the underside to get all that foreleg meat. And this is gonna start to to lift up out of there. Got all this sinewy meat you can use for sausage. I'm gonna close this up on itself so you don't let the air touch this inside. You'll have less waste at home. You'll bundle that up in a game bag, kept clean and packed up on the F1 mainframe and packed out of here. For more informational videos, tips and tactics, be sure to check out the Eastmans Hunting Journal's YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. We'll see you next time on another Eastmans YouTube video.